What is up, NASCAR Authentics fans? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and welcome everybody to another Winner's Circle diecast review on Erik Jones's 2022 Focus Factor. Oh boy, I know we're going to make a lot of jokes about that pretty soon. So incoming with the dad puns when we get to the unboxing of this, but this is not an ordinary Erik Jones diecast. This is his 2022 Southern 500 race winning diecast, and there's a pretty cool feature on this that you can't get anywhere else in terms of the 1/64 scale line. But we'll go on to the second and see. Here's the nice little presentable box they can get, which I gotta admit, for $8 you cannot beat that. I mean, it's probably the only thing that is left in the pizzazz for the NASCAR Authentics line. Winner circles, and more importantly, I mean, you get a free trading card and resealable packaging, so you can't beat that. And that definitely is a great way to get stuff autographed. There's a checklist of the rest of the wave, and now let's get on to the exciting part, which is the unboxing. And we're gonna get this thing off its base and start the diecast review of this Southern 500 race win driven by Erik Jones. And alrighty folks, we got this diecast out of its box, and actually we got it off the base too. So if you guys are wondering, yeah, this is how the car is going to come in. It's going to be mounted on a base, and of course these have these little pesky triangle screws, so hate to keep pointing that out for you guys, but that's unfortunately just what Lionel has in their stock rooms. So but there's many videos on YouTube, including my good buddy Race Craze 95. Every time I do one of these Winner's Circle related reviews, I'll probably keep saying about that video, because that there is a pretty unique way to get these cars out of their packaging. But this diecast stands pretty cool. See, we got the gold chrome sticker. I mean, that is pretty nice. I mean, after all, this is what you're getting for the $8 price point. And here is the trading card. If you guys want to see that, it's pretty much a miniature version of the trading cards that you get for the 1/24 scale diecast. And on the back, you see Winner's Circle, and hopefully some of that information is accurate. We'll have to do a little fact check on that. But yeah. And if you guys want to see all the information on that card, feel free to pause the video. But now we are getting on to the loaded part of this diecast, which is the diecast review. And man, I guess you could say we're going to be focusing a lot on one factor of this car, which is the confetti. Okay, I know that was a bad joke, but yeah, this car is littered with confetti from head to toe on a 1/64 scale diecast. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, there's nothing too special about that. Well, I don't really have the card to compare this to, but I do have his primary paint scheme, which we'll begin to on second. But if you guys actually have the 1/64 scale box style version, I don't even know if they call them Gold Series anymore. Who knows? But, you know, your typical diecast that you get at the dealers or at, well, I mean, including my good buddy Spoiler Diecast, if you guys want to check that out with the promo code down below. And they're always a big help out with these reviews. But focusing in onto this right here, yeah. This detail that we got on the windshield is not on the 1/64 scale Gold Series car. So seeing that Lionel was actually, well, I mean, first of all, this is a pretty big surprise, because if you guys aren't aware, I mean, in this wave, we actually have, I think we got introduced to not only the confetti windshield detail, but all the windshield detail in general. So if any of you guys have been missing out on NASCAR Authentics diecast because, well, they don't have the interior, they took away the decals and the name banners, well, they're back, and they're on a race version diecast. And again, $8, you cannot beat that. A decal placement looks a pretty little wonky and jonky, but still though, I mean, this is pretty darn cool for what we get. And like I said, a 2022 race winning card that's mostly was released with, you know, the first batch of the 2023 diecast. So yeah, I think the only reason why this car probably was selected in this way, because it's a Southern 500. It's such a popular, yeah, the logos are kind of screwed up. There's like more green here than there is in here. Oh boy, typical Lionel, but I gotta give them a lot of credit, man, because I don't think you guys really know, like, all these little pieces of confetti you see right there, those are individual pieces, and someone has to put that all together. So I cannot criticize the artist for that. Manufacturer, on the other hand, we can say that for another day. But you guys came here to see a race-winning diecast in this car for a $8 1/64 scale diecast. This has some tremendous detail. Ignore that paint wrinkle. I mean, that's pretty well, that decal wrinkle, pretty standard for Lionel. I guess there's gonna be no in this. There's gonna be no sun in the Sunoco, but. But as you guys can see, I mean, this thing is absolutely just covered in a lot of dirt and grime. And the most important part, the confetti. The confetti on this car is pretty littered. I mean, we've seen a lot of cars with covered confetti, but this right here is pretty awesome, especially on the 43 car, guys. I don't think many of you guys don't realize how big this 43 win was, because heck, not only was Erik Jones's second Southern 500 win, but, which first of all, congrats to that dude. I mean, hell, I mean, there's probably a good reason Ken Squire gave him that nickname. Good old Jones boy. he definitely knows how to find some speed at particular types of tracks. And Darlington was one of them. Especially, I mean, on the 43 car, guys. I mean, the last time we saw the 43 focus their way into victory lane, okay, I'm going to stop, I promise, was all the way back in 2014 at Daytona. So, and then before that was like in 1999, I think, a Martinsville win with John Andretti. So, dude, I mean, come on, dude. And more importantly, I think number one thing, people are kind of missing out on why this diecast is so cool, and I think you probably should recommend getting it, even if you're not a big fan of confetti. This is a pretty historic diecast. I mean, every time the 43 goes in the victory lane, it's pretty much historic, dude. I mean, every NASCAR fan, whether you're a casual or a newbie, you know who the 43 is. It's so iconic. It's right up there with the 3 and the 48 and 24 and many other famous numbers. But anyways, I'm not here to give you guys a freaking history lesson on this car. That's what all those other YouTubers are for, but... all I'm saying, if you find this at Target and you have yet to get it, go ahead and get it, because I'm about to show you guys now the side-by-side comparison of this car, and it is a beautiful paint scheme. Absolutely looks nice, and I kind of like how they put the hood levers actually. I didn't realize as well the hood levers actually are in front of the decals, which they are technically, because I mean that would be a cool detail to have, but knowing Lionel's decal quality, that would look pretty bad. I'm gonna say is, you thought blurry decals are bad. How about crinkled up freaking decals? By the way, I think there's a mark right there or something. Don't know what that is. A little bit of a boo-boo. But the paint scheme slightly has changed. Has a little more few sponsors because of because of course, you know, this was released pretty early on in 2022, and heck, it's pretty much a one and done paint scheme, guys. So good luck trying to find this car in the 1/64 scale Gold Series. By the way, shout out to the metal chassis diecast provided by Circle B Diecast. Yeah, that is something. But still, I mean, slight differences in the decals and all that, but again, I think the only people that are probably not going to get this car are, one, you already got the Gold Series. What's the point of getting it, even though the confetti is cool? But if you're an Erik Jones fan, and if you don't like confetti, I understand, but all the rest of you guys, you guys need to head out to your Targets, and I almost said Walmarts, but we don't have those in Winter Circle Diecast. But yeah, this is going to wrap up the diecast review of your 2022 Southern 500 race win driver / champion, driven by Erik Jones and that famous number 43 Focus Factor Chevrolet Camaro for, well, what is now Petty GMS, but now is Legacy Motor Club. But this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time on another one of these NASCAR Diecast reviews. And yeah, I'm gonna go and get some nutrition for my brain, y'all. So see you guys next time.